Hey, what's cracking, you beautiful human specimens? Today, I'm back at it again. KNF were kind enough to send me out some of their new models of their ND filters. And you know me, I love using KNF for their price and quality ratio. So, like my previous ND videos, I'll set up some super basic tests for sharpness, color shifts, and vignetting. But before I do them, let's take a look at the build of these things and see what around £60 gets you these days in filters. So off the bat, I would say for packaging, you get what you pay for. You get a tough cardboard box, and inside that is a smart but basic circular case. And the ND kind of being there shaking around like them old Tic Tac adverts, which ain't a good look if I'm honest. The filters themselves feel more robust than the previous models. The ring throws nice and smooth with good resistance, like there's no chance of this thing moving by itself, trust me. And it has hard stops on each end, at the minimum and at the maximum, which is pretty dope. They got that new Nano X glass too, which you see on all the high-end filters. It kind of prevents scratching and doesn't allow water drops to settle, which is dope. Alright, so to the test. First up, I want to see the lens on its own, butt naked, so I could get a starting point comparison. So here's that right now. So let's drop the filter on and blast it to full max ND and see if we lose any sharpness. I got the camera set to auto, so it should be lit equally. So side by side, when I punch in, you can see that the sharpness looks the same. Maybe the filter adds a hair of softness, but geez, it's so hard to tell. So that's pretty good. So far, so good. Let's move on to see if we get any major color shifts, because that's a big problem with ND filters. So side by side, no filter and filter, we see virtually no shift in color. I sat here and analyzed the hell out of it, and I came to the conclusion it adds a gentle green warmth, but I'm talking like 2%. It's tiny. Literally, you wouldn't even notice, and fixing that in post would be a breeze. So next, I want to see how the blacks are affected. If you didn't know already, adding ND to your camera increases the IR pollution, resulting in blacks that shift to the red. So at full ND, we can see the KNF filter holds black tones in place, which is dope. I don't see any red pushing in, which means that nano coating is doing a good job at working together with my Fuji X-T4 on cutting down that IR pollution. Thumbs up. So last up, the most obvious trait we see in ND filters is vignetting. So I got this filter on a 16mm lens, full ND, and these are the results. Yeah, we can see at 16mm, there's some vignetting. Not a lot, but it is there, so you gotta bear that in mind. So as a little bonus, I decided to put their test of stacking lenses on top, and I stacked one of my CPL filters, which I also have from KNF, on top of this lens. And although it didn't give me that dreaded X like you normally get, it did warm up the colors fairly drastically, as you can see here. So if I want circular polarization and ND in one filter, I think I'll stick to KNF's original, specifically designed filter to do so. And if you haven't seen that video for that one, I'll link it at the corner right now. Alright, you gear junkies, that's it for today. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to go check out these filters and cop your own. Be kind, leave a thumbs up, hit subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll catch you in whichever video happens to come next. Alright, fica bem. Peace.